Me go on to Twitter and just check if we are live or not. But GM, everyone who is watching, we're gonna get. Yes, I think we are live on Twitter. All good. I can also see your Twitter as well. Also, I think Brendan, you might wanna like turn off the fan again.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Okay, we are also live on YouTube. Okay, I think all good. I think we should like wait for like a minute or something so that people can join. I am gonna go to Twitter and just gonna see if people are joining because I know the hosting is live, but
Yeah.
how many people can actually watch? People, let me also share it with people who have registered on Luma, and let me also share in particular groups if that is good enough. Cool. I think you can also like see if the screen works or not. If you can like share the screen.
You want me to do that now? Yeah.
Yeah, or just wait for like 1 minute. Let me start with the introduction. I just want to like invite more people so they can join in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. GM. Can I see the chat? Oh. Okay, I think we have like a couple of people watching us. So, okay, I think along the time they are going to join and they can, of course, watch the recording. So, GM, everyone, I'm Uttam. I work at Alchemy as a senior developer relations engineer, and today I have a very special guest with me, Brendan from Injective. Hi, Brendan.
Hi everyone. Yeah. Great to meet everyone, and happy to demonstrate with Uttam here our our new way to access Injective. So yeah,
Let's
happy to be
go.
here.
By the way, for the context, Alchemy added support for injective chain, mainnet and testnet both. So if you're like building on the injective chain, the L1 for finance, you can start building right away. And in this today's session, what the agenda is like super clear, and we're gonna be like go with the natural flow. We're gonna start with like what injective is. Brenner is gonna share some stuff of like how you can like build with Injective, some of the basics of Injective. Injective is an EVM chain, of course. If you're already a EVM developer, you won't have much hurdle to just you can just literally start building right away. And along with that, I will share some alchemy stuff, like how you can use the alchemy CLI to like build an injective. We will try to like call some methods, and if we have time, we will also like try to like build something on the injective chain using alchemy tools. So let's start. Brendan, you wanna maybe you can also start with your introduction first. How long you have been at Injective, and then what are you excited about right now?
Yeah. Hi everyone. So I'm Brandon. I'm a head of DevRel at Injective Labs, and yeah, I've been with the company for about a year. Been in the crypto space since 2019. Yeah, so happy to meet all of you. And yeah, so maybe I'll just do a very quick introduction to what Injective is, right? So it's a layer one blockchain. It started off as a Cosmos only blockchain and is now Cosmos plus EVM. So that's quite interesting, and I would say unique. Another few unique things about Injective are that it has a completely on-chain order book that is native, so no tricks. Like it's not off-chain and then written to onto chain later on, or many other implementations. So you can actually do like a full-on order book, use the Injective order book natively, completely natively. The other thing that we have, as I mentioned, is that um, it is both EVM and Cosmos. So you can talk to it using two different completely protocols, but it's actually talking the same chain. So we've got something called a multi-VM token, and what that means is that the same denom, which is Cosmos terminology, is also an ERC20 token, right? So the same thing can be interacted with in two different ways, and they're completely in sync at all times because the underlying data on the blockchain for both of them are actually the same thing. So that's something that is also quite unique to Injective. So if either of those two things sounds very appealing to you, then like I think you found a new blockchain to build on, and you should. All right, so let's like just quickly over here, I'll show you in our docs, right? If you go to docs.injective.network, right, we'll have this page over here. You can go and check out the Cosmosm developers section, right, at the bottom, like in the section in nav over here. And you can also check out the EVM developers section over here as well, right? So those are the two main things you want to check out. We've also got like a few other things like AI developers and DeFi developers. And if you want to go really low level, then there's native developers. So there are a few different things that you can check out. But that's not why we're here today, right? So today, let's take a look at Alchemy, right? So we've got just created ahead of this presentation. So yeah, like I'll send a link right after this bit. But basically, check out the Alchemy RPC setup tutorial. Right, we've got a video over here. I'm not sure if you can hear the audio. But basically, you can see over here in just over a minute, you can get set up with Alchemy. Most of the time is spent setting up, and then once you've signed in, all you have to do is copy the command that the Alchemy dashboard helpfully provides, and you can just paste it into a terminal, and boom, you've made your first JSON RPC request. So that's been an excellent developer experience. So thanks Uttam and the rest of the team. I won't play the full video. Go check it out later. I'll provide the links. But if you go down a bit further, right, you can find everything that you need right here on this page to get started. Like the very first thing that you do in Injective with Alchemy. So you go to Alchemy dashboard, and you can check out both the mainnet and the testnet. Then after that, you can copy your RPC endpoints and from the Alchemy dashboard. And then once you have your RPC endpoints, then this is exactly what you can copy directly off the Alchemy dashboard. But if you want to use, if you want to create a DApp, for example, with VM, then this is your snippet over here. And if you want to use ethers, then this is your snippet over here. Just copy paste, and that will give you your 101 level starter. Now, what do you want to do next after that, right? You can check out the smart contract tutorial over here, and you can also check out this DApp tutorial over here. So these are what you do next once you get it working with Alchemy. So that was a very brief. Go check out this page, and I will. Yeah, I think that's what I had. I'll hand it over back to you.
Yeah, okay, that was awesome. That was also quick. Let me also share my screen. In the meantime, Brendan, tell us more like what kind of applications can be built on Injective, or like what are you like seeing right now that developers on the Injective chain are building?
Right. Yeah. So I think that I did cover the parts of Injective that are unique. So one of it is that we have both Cosmos and EVM. So if one way to think of it is that anything that you can build on a Cosmos chain and anything that you can build on an EVM chain, you can build it on Injective, right? And the interesting part of it is that you can do both, right? So that's one aspect of Injective that like that's very broad. But let's say more specifically are those like what I mentioned earlier on, the two specific things that you can do. One is a multi-VM token, where you can communicate with the same underlying token as either a Cosmos denom or an EVM ERC20 token at the same time, and it's the same underlying thing. So there's no bridging, no wrapping, none of that stuff, right? It's just natively supported in both at the same time, and it's the same underlying asset. Yeah, so if you want to do something like that and you're dealing with both Cosmos and EVM ecosystems at the same time, that can be very useful. The other thing is that it has an on-chain order book. So let's say you're looking for an alternative when you're building a DeFi application, and you're looking for an alternative to do instead of using automated market makers. So let's say an AMM doesn't cut it for you, and you don't want to have to deal with slippage, etc. Right? Then you definitely want to check out an order book, right? But most of the time when you have an order book, it's either completely off chain or it is off chain, but then they write the proofs or the the effects after the settlement has been made. They write that onto chain, so it's not completely on chain. It's kind of like missing the point of decentralization almost if you want an on chain order book. And Injective has a genuinely fully on chain order book, like your transactions for both the buys, the bids, and they're all the buy and sell bids. They're all stored on chain and they're settled on chain, and there's no off chain component to it. So yeah, like if you're looking to build an exchange or leverage the existing exchanges and you want that feature, then Injective is a very good option. In fact, I'd say the only option, at least as far as I'm aware of, in which you can do that. So yeah, those are the kinds of applications that you want to build. In terms of DeFi, we do have, apart from the exchange book, we have a lot of primitives as well
Hmm?
that typically you don't see in DeFi, but this is actually completely on chain. So things like derivatives, including perpetual futures, they are natively supported on Injective. Whereas, like, let's say you want to do that on any other EVM chain, you would you would need to actually build a custom smart contract around that, and uh, that would cost you a lot of development time and effort, security audits, etc. Or with Injective, you can just use the features that ship out of the box.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't knew that. That is quite interesting. Okay. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that, by the way. Let me also start with actually Alchemy Docs to like showcase what you can do. Oh, why is my terminal on? I gotta change that. Replace. I should replace it with the entire screen. And yeah, here you go. Okay, so as you can see, I am on alchemy.com/docs and I'm on the Injective API Quick Starter. So this is a guide to like show you like give you more overview of what Injective is, and then the APIs, and then how you can like set up your project, which we are going to do in 1 second. Just letting you guys know that there is always stock for every chain that you're building with. What we are gonna do today is that I'm gonna use Alchemy CLI. So basically, Alchemy has Alchemy CLI, which is basically a tool that you can use right from your terminal to like build any applications and access your Alchemy account, access all the data, access the injective chain just from your terminal. So you don't have to like go to the dashboard and do anything. You must have to re-authenticate the dashboard, but let's just start with the terminal. So I am gonna go to my terminal and cd workspace. I'm gonna create a new project, which is Injective Workshop, cd Workshop, and then let's start with installing the Alchemy package. So on here in the docs, you can see all you have to do is npm install alchemy cli.latest. So I'm gonna do that. This is probably already installed, so I'm just showing you guys for the reference. You just have to like install it, and then the next step that you have to do is authenticate. Like, so you have to like sign in via browser. Now the next step is we are going to authenticate. For that, you would need basically a Alchemy account. So I am wrong command. Alchemy authentication, and okay, so it is like already authenticated, but just to showcase, I'm just gonna try to re-authenticate so I can like show you how does that looks like. Can you see my browser? Yes, you guys can see my browser. So like an application is this is basically I've already logged into Alchemy. I already have an account. So just have to like approve it. So the CLI can use account, and you don't have to do it again and again. If you're just doing it for the first time, you just have to do it, right? So when you go back to the terminal, you can see that you are logged in successfully, right? Now, yes, nobody is coding these days. Everyone is just using Claude. So we realized we will do the same. I'm gonna just, we are just gonna use Claude to like do some stuff and try to create some meaningful application. So let me start my Claude instance. Okay. Claude is like way too slow. By the way, Brandon, what you have been using these days? Are you like a Claude fan or a Codex fan or
Oh,
something?
yeah, I blow with the wind. So Claude and Codex and Kimi CLI, and I even use Open Router and try random models.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah,
Okay,
it
okay.
kind of doesn't matter almost. Like if you know if you got your setup right, most of them work pretty well.
Mm.
Um, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
only
from
thing is, I think with Kimi, it doesn't really work so well with subagents. So if you have subagent tasks, then only Codex and Claude work well because the harnesses like support it quite well. But then
Mhm.
but then as long as you're not using subagents, almost all of them are like 90% of each other.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. For me too, I always mostly use Claude, but these days, like whenever Claude is down and I have to use, I just switch to Codex. So yeah, that's my pretty
Yeah.
standard setup.
One thing that's kind of like made me move off of Claude a bit more lately is because they killed the dash P. Like you used to be able to do Claude dash P and then pass in your prompt, which is very important for orchestration, right? Like, let's say you're using
Yeah.
GFD or whatever, right? But Codex still allows that. Kimi still allows that. So, you know,
Mm, yeah, I totally get that.
yeah.
Well, the world is changing fast. Okay, let's get back to the topic. What I'm going to do is, so I've started my cloud instance. As I mentioned, that you don't really have to do anything, right? So, like from the Alchemy dashboard, you can just do it everything with the CLI. So I'm just gonna, ask for Alchemy app list, which is to like list all the applications, and then we are gonna like you can also create a new app right from the terminal, but just for the reference, I'm going to go to like Alchemy dashboard and also show you how you can like create a new app there. I already created the Injective Workshop app, but I'm just going to go to the Alchemy dashboard, and then we'll try to make a new. Okay, so this is I'm on Alchemy dashboard, and once you log in, you are on alchemy.com. Click on get your API keys. You will be redirected to the dashboard. Create a new account if you don't have one, and this is like the landing page, and then you click on create a new app. So once you're on there, name your app whatever, like Injective, and then like you can say demo workshop, DeFi, of course, L1 for finance. I'm going to use DeFi. Then you can choose chains. You can also like enable all the EVM. Injective is also like a EVM chain, so either you can do that or you can just directly search Injective, and then once you do that, click on next, and then you can choose the services that are there, which is like the Node API supported, and then there is WebSockets. If you don't know what WebSockets are like a bi-directional connection, so you don't have to like do a call again. WebSockets is like a stream that maintains the network connection between the server and the client. So yeah, as I've already created the app, I'm not going to hit the create app button, but you can do that. And once you do that, of course, you will be able to see like the API key and all that. So yeah, and now let's get back to the terminal. So you can see here that I've already created the app, which is the Injective Workshop, and then the ID of that app, and then like the network that are enabled, which is Injective mainnet as well as Injective testnet, and then and you can also like ask Claude to showcase all the applications that you have, right? And then you can select, right now we have just selected the Injective Workshop app, right? Now let's try to make a call and see if that works, right? Okay. Get me the latest block on Injective mainnet. Let's see what it does. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. So what Claude is doing is that it is calling the Injective RPC to get the details. So you can see like the latest block on Injective mainnet is this. Get me details about. Sorry, about that block. It's also going to do another RPC call, so you can see about the details regarding the latest injective block, that is the hash, the parent, the timestamp, and the size and all the transaction. It was an empty block somehow. So yeah, I mean, all this is happening via Alchemy RPC. So whenever you're building any application on Injective, you will like need a connection to connect to the Injective blockchain, and then RPC services provide that. So you can just make the call. Let's try to do another one. Okay, how much Injective token is wrapped RN? Let's see how many Injective tokens is wrapped RN right now. So what Claude is going to do is it's going to go to like Google and going to find out what the injective token address is. We could also provide it, but I just want to use Claude. Why not, right? So it is going to go and find the contract address, and then it's also going to look like how many contracts are wrapped within the wrapped ing contract address, and then it's gonna give you a result by making an RPC call. As you can see, it's doing a web search. It's gonna like fetch the number of tokens, and then it's gonna do some efforts to like give an output. Hmm, should be pretty quick. Cloud is sometimes slow though. What I've seen is like Codex is like pretty fast. Oh, you cool, nice. It gave us a result. So like the total wrapped ING token supply is like $293,000 or something, and then you can also see like the contract address, and then yeah. So test tracking not needed for these like one shot RPC query. It's literally like a one shot RPC query, right? Now, since Injective is a EVM chain, what we can do is let's try to like let's also use the top wrapped ING holders. I'm actually very curious about that. Let's gonna probably like do some research and
So
try.
I'd like to say something relevant here, right? So you're looking at the wrapped INJ token, right? And I mentioned multi VM tokens earlier on, right? So wrapped INJ is actually a multi VM token. So fun fact.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's a multi VM token, which means whatever this RPC is calling, it's just on the EVM. There are more tokens on other VMs that we are not able to query, right?
Yeah, that's right. So if it's a multi VM token, then you can access it both on Cosmos, like when you connect via Cosmos protocols or via EVM protocols.
But do I have to make like separate query or no?
As in, it's up to you, either or, right? And the interesting thing is, like, let's say you do a transfer of wrapped injective when connected over a Cosmos protocol, right? So you don't use JSON RPC, right? So you do the transfer. Then
Hmm.
when you connect to the same token over JSON RPC, let's say through Alchemy, so you're talking via an EVM protocol, and then it'll be the same token, and it's as if the transfer happened on that token.
Mm,
Right? So
got it.
it's like it just transparently transfers across because it's the same underlying thing. Yeah, I will go into the YouTube and drop a link into the chat with the link to the article about wrapped injective. But yeah, this is like a sidetrack.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Yeah, let's move forward again. And since it's like an EVM chain, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like ask Claude to like list all the methods using the Alchemy CLI. So list all the methods supported by Injective Mainnet on the EVM chain. So it's gonna like showcase what you can do with that. And then after that, let's try to build something. So let's build a dashboard. Build a dashboard where I usually don't even type these days. I just use the voice command. I just do want this meta classes to come in, which supports Claude, so I can like literally code and like build stuff while walking in a park. Mm, give me uh, what should I do? Give me a beautiful. Okay, so these are all the methods that are supposed to run the injective mainnet. And then subscription, you can also see like WebSockets, which is like each subscribe and each unsubscribe. So you just have to call this method to like enable WebSockets, but you can also like do it from the Alchemy dashboard as well. So I am gonna do like two things. One is we will try to like build a dashboard. So whenever I give address, um, it will track all the token holdings, all the token holdings, ERC20 and ING, and also wrapped ING, and what else? And then also showcase last 10 transactions of that particular address, right? So let's try to build that. And if Claude has any question, then it's gonna just ask me. I'm assuming this is gonna take a bit of a time. In the meantime, we can like just take questions from the comments. It's gonna use, yeah, as you can see, it's just gonna use Alchemy RPC to get all the data. And yeah. Looks sure. Local only for now. Sure. Short answers. Cool. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to the chat and try to like take if there is any questions. So far, there are no questions as such. There was one question that so some mention was like Claude is quite slow in my region. Yes, it is quite slow. Codex is Codex is better of course.
Yeah. I found that the like it's mainly slow like if you're in US time zones because that's where the peak usage is. But like in Singapore, it hardly ever happens like on this side of the world because we're just like inverted like AM and PM. So it's like our peak time is the opposite. Like it's overnight. So haven't been as
Yeah.
affected. Um, yeah, by
I,
time
I
of day
saw
units.
I saw somewhere that Singapore is like the like in terms of cloud usage, Singapore is literally on top. Like yeah, most of the people in Singapore are using cloud worldwide. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, I think someone did an analysis and said that the usage of like the token consumption, etc., right, is about 5x what you would predict based on the size of the population or something. So
Wow, that's crazy. But also,
yeah,
I'm assuming that most of the people, like, also what I've heard is that most of the VPN connection from China gets connected to Singapore, so like the traffic is also coming from there.
yeah, that's also a plausible theory. Like the egress is coming out through Singapore, but you don't know where the ingress is coming from, right? So
Uh,
especially
but
when you have VPNs, right? Or like if it's developers, then you don't even need a VPN. You can just SSH tunnel to wherever you want to go, and then you know, yeah,
yeah. Totally get it. But yeah, also software engineering is literally like changing. Yeah, this is how software engineering works now. You just give a command, you talk, and then you just approve, and yeah, that's how it is going to be. So I'm also really excited about the future, but I'm also scared in the meantime. But I think yeah, it's like the best time if you like really want to build something. If you have an idea, you don't need a team. All you need is like a cloud connection or whatever agentic framework you're using, and like connect it with the right tools, and then you can literally like start building right away. There are so many stories. There are so many stories that how people are actually like making startups just with AI, and yeah, it's like the best time. So if you're thinking about something, if you have an idea, like you can also like reach out to me if you ever need Alchemy credits. Happy to help you with that too, to like get you started. There are so many accelerator programs to like get started as well, especially in the crypto space, on space, and then institutional adoption is coming, so of course it's the best time to build a neo app trying to replace the traditional finance. And I think, as Brendan also mentioned, some native features about Injective that is like quite interesting. I didn't even knew that, right? So that's quite interesting. By the way, Brendan, if I am building an Injective, what are the support that is available right now? Is there a grants program? Is there an accelerator? Is there a Telegram group that I can join? Is there a Discord server?
Yeah, yeah. So, in terms of grants and accelerators, there are two. However, they're not open at the moment. They're not taking new applicants. Like it was like end of last year that they were taking applicants, and then this year they started the programs. There was one from Cointelegraph. Um, yeah, there were two of them. Yeah, so unfortunately missed the boat in that one. But there is a Discord and there is a Telegram group, and I'll drop the links in the chat. After this. Yeah. I
Yeah.
did want to mention, right? Like, I thought you were gonna ask the question, like, do we have what's it called? Agent skills? And the answer is yes, right? Like, if you want to build on
All right.
Injective, we do have, I think you've got to go to injective.com/injective labs slash agent skills or just skills. I can't remember.
Let's
I'll
actually
find it
go
and put
there.
the link in the
Yeah,
description as
let's
well.
go there. Actually. Let's go there. Injective. My keyboard is not working. Oops. Fuck. Injective chain skills.
Yeah, there you go. I found the link.
Is this GitHub wrapper? Oh yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, agent skills. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is
So
pretty interesting.
it's pretty crazy. Like we've got like I can't remember how many, like 14, 15, something like that skills.
Mm-hmm.
And as of today, there's also a design.md. So if you want to be on brand when building Injective, all right, I've just created a repo just just this morning. So
Oh wow. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to build agentically, like Injective's a good place to do it on. And if you combine it with alchemy agent skills, then it's perfect combination, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we could have used it here, but it's fine. It's okay. Better late than never. We so all you have to do is, of course, is like install these skills after installing the Alchemy CLI, or even before installing it, and then yeah, there is also like MCP server. There's an injective trading account if you're into trading. You can do that too. And then oh wow, injective trading tokens. It's already there. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this is really helpful. And it's very detailed. I really like that. Like you have given like injective, like trading grid and the tokens and all the analysis, which you don't really find in every chain. Like they don't really care about it. So like that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah, and like I know that I analyze how alchemy's agent skills work, and it basically like says use the CLI or use the MCP server. It's actually
Mhm.
pretty similar, like the structure of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat so people can access. Uh, let's go. I just did that. Okay, cool. Let's get back to our app. Dashboard is live and working. And then I'm gonna go to localhost. Oops, where is that? Right, okay. Brenda, you wanna give me like any contract address or any UA address here so I can like test our app? Or maybe
Um,
yours. If you're rich, you have a lot of money on Injective Chain, and we can like sneak in and check your wallet.
as in you wanna do something with my wallet.
Oh, you're not.
Um,
I mean, not really yours. Just give me a random contract address, or I can just go to the Explorer and find it. It's
all
fine.
right. This is like a test, like if you're like sorry, like injective testnet address that I have, like my wallet address. One second, I'll pop it over to you in the direct chat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
got
that's a
it.
wallet address. Let me go find a like a random token or something.
Sure. Let's see how rich is Brandon.
Oh
But I
yeah,
think we
this
are
is
doing
just
it
faucet
on.
money.
Yeah. We
This
don't
is
have anything on mainnet.
yeah.
So. Well, Brandon, we need you to like po- get some tokens here, but let's go and find a new address.
Yeah, do you want a mainnet address for
Yeah.
Wrapped Injective? I can give that to you.
or basically any UA that will have
Yeah,
like a lot of transaction, like with a good history, so we can like showcase the.
yeah, yeah. So Wrapped Injective will have a lot of stuff in there.
Okay,
Um,
that's good. Hmm. What else? There's a block. Okay, this is like a new experience for me because I'm usually like you go at Etherscan, so this block, relationship prices.
you'll want to use Block Scout rather than this one. This is the like I said, there's Cosmos and yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So you're looking
okay.
at a different. Let me just get that for
That's
you.
why block scout.
Um, so you want to use blockscout.injective.network. I've got that in the chat, and then for testnet, there is testnet.blockscout.injective.network, which I'll also send to you right now.
Yes, please. Okay, I got that. But do you have an address here?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
stream
I
address.
popped that into the.
Yeah,
I
let
sent you the
let's.
USDC one and also the wrapped injective one.
Where is the restream? Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's check the. I'm gonna go back to our app and like try to. I am assuming this is the wrapped injective token address, right? Or the injective one?
Uh, Zero with triple eight. Yeah, no, that one's wrapped injective.
Got it. Yeah, so it has zero wrapped and it has like the injective native token like that. Yeah, that is the amount that we checked with the CLI that was staked, right?
Perfect.
That was wrapped. So
Full
okay, it's
circle.
interesting. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, you can check out that stuff, and now let's also like check out the USDC token. If I'm not wrong, like you circle deployed native USDC on Injective, right?
Yeah, that is actually Native Circle one. And
Wow.
shameless plug. Same time on Tuesday, I'll be having a live workshop with Circle.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys gotta join that. And if you're not following Brandon on Twitter, go and follow Brandon Injective account, also Alchemy account, and if you like me, then also follow me, please. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a contract address. Yes. So this is, I think, the USDC one. I can see it doesn't have much injective, but I can see all the last transactions. We can also like go and find. Let's actually find that. When is it like live? Is it already deployed? The USDC, native
Yeah, yeah,
USDC.
that's the address that I gave you. Yeah, that's the
Got
actual
it.
USDC available on both testnet and at mainnet.
USDC was deployed on Injective. Let's see.
Let's see if that picks up the correct address.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
how smart is Cloud?
the USDC address starts with A00C, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it found it. Nice. I'm telling you guys, it's over. Like software engineering is no more available.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Like it knew when to swap between Alchemy's JSON RPC and the BlockScout API. It just worked it out itself. We didn't have to tell it explicitly.
I know, right? Yeah. So this was the contract address that it found, and yeah, it's like a V2 admin upgradability proxy contract on, and then this is the deployment transaction that we asked for, and then let's go and check out this transaction. Let me go and copy that, and then go to Block Scout. Let's go. Okay. I can't see it. Value transaction fee. Maybe that was another transaction, but yeah. Ah, okay. I don't know whether it shows if the transactions like the when the USDC were mint. Uh, but it's fine. It's fine. At least it did a good job in like finding the contract address.
Yeah, it's it's a tough one. Like if you have to look through the history for that long.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is like the deployer address, so we can check like its transactions of like when the contract call happened. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean the purpose is clear, right? We are not here to invest, of course, injective chain, but this is like the power of Alchemy CLI and what we can do on injective. So yeah, I mean, we built the successfully a dashboard that tracks. You can build these useful dashboards. Few other things that I think that could be interesting are you can like if you're trading you can build like Telegram bots and like something like that. Brendan, I think there is a lot of background noise from your end. There is a lot of background noise on your end. Can you like mute? Oh yeah, okay, that's super clear now. Thank you. So as I was saying, like what you can do is like you can use Alchemy webhooks to like create some AI trading agents. As Brendan mentioned, all these native features of Injective that makes I think injective the finance layer of L1, and you can like do something agentic like go build coding agents, access the liquidity of injective, and try to do something crazy. You can also like try to build something cross chain that is like getting some data from Ethereum or from Solana and like using that on injective, or like getting something from injective and using it on Solana. That could be pretty interesting as well. And then build a prediction market, of course. You can do that. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if there is already a prediction market in injective. That could be pretty cool. And then as Brendan mentioned, that there are a couple of like accelerators that keeps happening. So you can like follow the injective channel on Twitter and also Brendan to like make sure that you are staying up to date with that. And then USDC was natively deployed, so you can try to build like a neobank. That's pretty interesting on injective. That could be like a really huge, or try to build like a DEX if you are like new to crypto and new to the space. Like try to like build a DEX on injective, like a prop AMM or something like that. Those are the things that is like pretty hot and pretty interesting right now. Yeah, I think that is all on my end. I will pass on the stage to Brendan to talk about what he want to see builders building on Injective, and yeah, give us your thoughts.
Yeah. Is the background noise okay now?
Yeah, it's better when you speak. I think it's better, but when you're not
Right.
speaking, it catches the voice of the fan.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So I'd love you to build anything really on Injective, and I've already covered like the few things that make more sense to build on Injective. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, and probably should, is that we have X402 facilitator and X402 in general. It is it's coming soon, right? Like we're literally putting the final polish on the design of the landing page, that sort of stuff. So we're gonna launch that and promote that pretty soon. And soon you'll be able to use stable coins, specifically USDC, and you'll be able to pay, for access to a web page, like as per the HTTP 4.2 or X4.2 standard. So that's coming soon. So if you're interested in building that, then um, definitely come check us out. You'll be able to find me on Twitter, and you can see my name on the screen. It's the same name everywhere, BJUYZ. So, so you can tweet at me if you like, or you can find me on the Injected Discord or the Alchemy Discord as well with the same name. Yeah, and yeah, you can build anything, right? And now you have alchemy, so it's even easier to build anything.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. Yeah. That is it then. Yeah. I don't. Let me check the comment section if there are any comments and any questions. Yeah, I don't think so. There are any questions as such. We have provided you the link to like the Injective GitHub's repo to agent skills. You can check out that. I'm also gonna drop a link to Alchemy CLI, so you can like download that and start using. But that is it. Overall, I think we are all good. And if you need any questions, you can reach out to me. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Brendan. Follow Injective Alchemy, Tom and Brendan on Twitter. And yeah, keep building and keep crushing it. Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, Brendan, for joining in.
Yeah, and likewise, I'm very happy to share the stage with the on-chain builders alpha guy. You know, like
Well, thank you. Thank you for the shill, by the way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
great for you.
Yeah.
It actually is pretty good alpha, so
Huh?
definitely check it out.
Oh, thank you. By the way, what Brendan is saying, if you don't know, I have a Telegram group where I regularly share about like what's going on in the developer space, new hackathons, new grants program, whatever is happening, in whatever way I can help, I try to share in that group. So if you're interested, you can of course join. The link is in my Twitter description. Yeah, but yeah, don't want to shill my channel here. If you're serious about building, go build on Injective. Cool, awesome. Bye everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.